Hi everyone. These are the songs that I like from the Tortured Poets department, but I want to talk for a minute about The Prophecy, which sounds at first listen like a nice blend of Invisible String and Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Now, it's not necessarily a direct inspiration, but it does have a similar, if not exactly the same, chord progression, as well as the timbre of the guitar, particularly here in the beginning, although this does kind of go on throughout most of it, except for the choruses here. Verses. Although the subject's a little different, they both have the same kind of melancholy nostalgia mixed with hope, although Landslide has a bit more of a mature and emotionally processed version of that feeling. And as far as the similarities with Invisible String goes, we have the rhythm in some of the vocals here, right around this part.
Cards on the table, mind play out like fools in a fable. Oh, it was sinking in.
Okay, versus like green is the grass and everything else. She says Invisible String.
Green was the color of the grass where I used to read at Centennial Park. I used to think I would meet somebody there.
So we have the same kind of rhythm and that same soft vibe, but the instrumentation going on in The Prophecy is a lot more like Landslide. So it's a very nice blend of the two that I really like. I was just going to leave it at that, but let's stack them on top of each other after all.
Hand on the throttle.
So yeah, it's a different strumming pattern and of course a different tempo, but the chord progression is almost exactly the same. It was enough that it really invokes Landslide. As for the invisible string part, looks like other people noticed that too, but also pointed out that it sounds kind of like 7, which I have not heard, so...
Green was the color of the grass where I used to read at Centennial Park. Your brains like a pattern, love you to the moon and to Saturn, passed down like folk songs.
They both have some of the same vibe going on there, and the upward tilt at the end of those phrases, that sort of attitude in that style, but it does fit the rhythm of the entire phrase a little bit better with 7 than it does with Invisible String. So I'll revise what I said, that this is like a blend then of 7 and Landslide that I really do like, and The Prophecy brings those elements together very nicely.
Can I handle the seasons of my life?
It'll be okay.
And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide bring it down.